Today, we're going to be talking about neighborhoods in the Temecula Valley that have large homes that are ideal for large families or multi-generational living. If you need a home with a lot of space, you have kids or other family members who live with you, or you work from home and need multiple office spaces, you are going to find this video quite helpful. Hi, I'm Jessica with the Genung team and Real Broker. We make a new video every week telling you everything you need to know about living in the Temecula Murrieta Valley. Let's get to it. The Temecula Murrieta Valley does certainly attract a lot of families due to the high-ranking school districts, the overall affordability of our valley when compared to neighboring counties such as San Diego, Orange County, and LA, the space and lifestyle of the suburbs, including over 130 parks throughout our valley. But there are going to be some neighborhoods that you are going to want to skip altogether if you are looking for a large family home. Let's start with neighborhoods to avoid, which are going to be older and brand new homes. Let me explain. Older tract neighborhoods in our area is where you are going to find the smaller homes. Because our area is relatively new, by older, we mean neighborhoods that were built in the 1980s, and we do have a few areas that go back into the 1970s. Homes were simply built smaller back then. Tract home builders were not building many 3,000 square foot plus homes. The Golden Triangle of Murrieta is a good example where you will find homes built in the 1980s, and most of these homes are under 2,000 square feet. There are many 3-bedroom floor plans with the occasional home having 4 bedrooms. In the 1990s, builders started increasing the size of homes, and the median size in our area was over 2,000 square feet by that point, but it wasn't until the later 1990s and early 2000s that the builders were regularly offering the larger homes we see today of at least 3,000 square feet. The sweet spot for the larger homes in our area is going to be the early 2000s neighborhoods, and especially around 2004, 2005, when the economy was booming. Lots of families were moving to this area, land was quite affordable for builders, and the cost of construction was certainly much less than it is today. So these large home neighborhoods were being built all over our valley. Here is an example of what I mean by a larger home neighborhood. This is in the French Valley area of Winchester, and I have a listing here. It's right near the Murrieta border. The neighborhood is called Vista de Valle, and it's part of the Dutch Village area. The HOA fee is only $130 for the whole year, which is perfect for those who want their neighborhood to have rules and be well maintained, but don't want to pay a high HOA fee every month. This particular home was built in 2005, and it's a little over 3,800 square feet, and it has 6 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. It also features a formal living room and a loft upstairs. There are 2 bedrooms downstairs, and it has a 3-car side-by-side garage. Tons of space, and there is actually an even larger floor plan in this neighborhood that is around 4,500 square feet. Over 4,500 square feet is where the tract homes in our area seem to max out, and this large is pretty rare, but they are out there. The location of this home brings me to another important topic to consider when you are searching for a home in the Temecula Valley, which is the specific city and school zoning. This area of our valley has some really confusing school zoning, so make sure that you double check with the school district to make sure any home that you are considering purchasing is zoned for the school you think it is. Don't assume. Back to the listing I mentioned, which is in Winchester as the address. It is zoned for Murrieta schools. Another area of Winchester across Winchester Road is zoned for Temecula schools. Right across the street from Vista de Valle is Murrieta Spencer's Crossing. The north section of that neighborhood, north of Baxter Road, will be a Murrieta address, but zoned for Menifee and Paris Unified School Districts. And just to make things a little bit more confusing, the city of Murrieta just went through a large rezoning of the assigned schools. This is due to a lot of apartment buildings being built all over the city of Murrieta, which are especially concentrated on the west side, over where I live. Several neighborhoods had their assigned schools change. Your knowledgeable and experienced local real estate agent should have a good understanding of which schools a neighborhood you are considering is zoned for, but even still, I always recommend contacting the school district yourself to double check. Back to the larger home neighborhoods, such as Vista del Valle. If you search the cities you are considering from the year 2000 to 2006, that is how you will find a good selection of larger homes. The neighborhood that I currently live is in West Murrieta, and it is similar to Vista del Valle. My home was built in 2004. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, and a little over 3,700 square feet. Every home in my neighborhood is over 3,000 square feet, and the largest plan tops out around 4,100 square feet. We discussed the sweet spot earlier about the year built targeting 2000 to 2006 for the larger homes, and we said that you were unlikely to find a large home in the older neighborhoods in our area in the 1980s and early 90s. Real quick, by the way, do not forget to download my free relocation guide down below if you want to learn more about what it's like to live here, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Now let's talk about brand new homes. New construction is a big portion of my business, and a lot of folks want a brand new home. But if you are looking for a large home, your choices these days in new construction is going to be slim throughout the Temecula, Murrieta, and even Menifee and Winchester lately. Brand new homes have been trending on the smaller size due to the increase in labor and materials cost. This increase in the cost to build has been especially pronounced since the end of the COVID era. A lot of the new build projects in our area are townhomes, and the detached single-family home communities are going to be smaller size homes on smaller lots, kind of like a detached condo. These homes are great if you are a first-time home buyer, or you're looking to downsize, or you want a lock-and-go type property. Maybe you travel a lot and don't want a big property to maintain. Then these homes will be perfect. A lot of the newer construction projects in especially Temecula and the Murrieta area, where the land seems to be most expensive near the freeways, is starting to look like Irvine a little bit with the condensed housing and the mid-rise condo and apartment communities. I used to work in Irvine, and I'm feeling like it's starting to look a little bit like Irvine around here, for better or for worse. My first home in Murrieta was like those detached condos I mentioned. It was great for my first property when we only had a dog, but when we were considering starting a family, we wanted a larger property, and the school zoning became much more important. Hope you enjoyed my tips on how to find a large home in our valley. See you next week. Bye.